Well, good morning, and that. It's Wednesday afternoon live with SaleenDriver once again. Another Wednesday in sunny Central Florida, where it's now in the 80s. And winter appears to be mostly over, which is not a bad thing. Let's see. Let me just finish setting up here, which I can't do until I actually go live, which is a pain in the ass, but what are you going to do? I saw before I went live that TikTok Chess Hall is stepping on my toes again. I'm sure he's doing that for his traffic report. He's taking up my time so he can say that he shit on SaleenDriver just like Mike Vick did. That's fine. Well, let's see. What do we got? Nick Nav is here. He says it's in 30s where he is. Well, don't know where you are, Nick, but I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll warm up for you real soon. Let's see. Ken Spears is checking in from Pittsburgh, as he usually says. Real Big Lee is here, and Wilkie is here. Oh, not much. Not much is up. Had my birthday yesterday. I'm recording this on March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. This is the day where everyone pretends to be Irish and goes out and gets drunk for no reason. I will not be doing this because I don't drink, because alcohol doesn't mix well with diabetes. But I hope all of you are having a good St. Patrick's Day. And I had a good birthday yesterday. I am now 56 years old. I am still 3 years older, I believe 3 years older than BVD, or maybe it's 2 years older. And either way, I am older than BVD, but that no longer depresses me because I've made changes in my life. So it's BVD. When I saw him at the Slob Olympics, he looked like he was a hell of a lot thinner than I expected him to be. But I'm no longer depressed by being older than BVD. So, and I'm younger than Neo. So there is that. Let's see. Razorback fan number 1 is here. Hello to you, sir. Steve Pearson is here. My favorite video contributor to my Facebook Messenger page. He must send me at least 2 or 3 a day, and they're usually good things. So I appreciate that. Bama Banker is here. Yeah, Bama, I know. The entire Southeast, except for Florida, is getting beat up pretty good from the weather today, and I guess for the rest of the week. So I hope you guys stay safe up there. We'll get some of it here in the next day or so. I know our wind has picked up quite a bit. Ken Spears says it's 60 degrees in Pittsburgh. My God, that's a heat wave for March. Wilkie says happy birthday, Celine. Thank you. And Stimulus Day. Yeah, I got an alert from my bank that a deposit was made into my account. So, yay me, I get my own tax money back. Speaking of which, I want you to see something that I picked up recently, and it came from China. I think you'll like this. Can you read this? This came in the other day. I had to have my daughter re-sew on some better straps because it was too small for me. It was pulling my ears like that. It really hurt, but she put better straps on it. So, can you read that, guys? Yeah, you like that? I'm wearing this out in public from now on. Because this mask is as useless as Joe Biden. So what do you think? Should I keep this on for the stream or nah? I really don't want to. It's fogging up my glasses already. I'll keep it on for a little bit. Let's see. Ken Spears wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you, sir. Slim Shady Canes is here. Good to see you, sir. And he asks a very good question. Why don't more people know who Dr. Thomas Sowell is? I know who Dr. Thomas Sowell is. Dr. Thomas Sowell is probably one of the smartest people in human history. And the fact that nobody knows who he is a sad commentary on where we're at right now. Tyler Buckner, future Heisman winner. Haven't seen you in here before that I can recall, sir, so welcome. And thank you for the birthday wish. Time's ticking. Haven't seen you in here before. I appreciate you stopping by. What's up and happy birthday? Well, what's up is Wednesday afternoon live with SaleenDriver. Patrick Milbank from all the way from the UK, wishing me many happy returns of the day. Well, that was yesterday, but thank you. Blue Shirt Buddha's here. Good to see you, sir. Funky Fudge is here. Good to see you. Thank you, Blue Shirt. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Jesse J is here. Raj. You like the mask, Jesse? I like this. Bought off of Amazon. It was like $3. All the way from China, which is ironic to me because China is Joe Biden's overlord and master. So, you know, we're actually being ruled now from Beijing. So, you know, everyone seems to like it so far. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tyler, be careful wearing that mask. You know, the crazies are out there. Well, where I live, it's fairly conservative. The county, this district's congressman is a Republican, sort of a Republican. He's not really the best Republican. I think I could beat him. Maybe I'll run against him. Nah, I can't run against him, though. I mean, I have a history of porn addiction, right? Kidding. Jesse J says, Chess is streaming. I think he's getting the vaccine. How is Chess getting the vaccine and I'm not? That's not fair. Don't like that. I got to take this thing off. It's making my face sweat. It's a worthless affectation, and I can't wait for my governor to say, screw it all. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Let's see. One above the rest is here. Why the mask? You don't believe in our president? No, I don't believe in our president, sir. And it's my God-given right not to. He's a marshmallow brain, senile old fart being run from Peking. Or Beijing, sorry. And I don't believe in him. He's as useless as that mask is. Funky Fudge just had a terrible first experience with Orient Bambino. Runs late about 5 minutes per day. I got it on Amazon. Maybe it's a fake. No. Well, it could be a fake Funky Fudge, or it just could be it could be you got a bad watch. I would send it back, get your money back, or get an exchange at the and try again. I would or contact Mark over at Long Island Watch. I think it's islandwatch.com is the website. See what he has to say about it. Maybe buy the watch from him and send that other one back to Amazon where you got it from. Let's see. One above the rest is gunning for a permanent timeout, but I might cut him some slack. He is your president, so I'm just saying, no, he's not my president. He's your president. He's not my president. If Trump wasn't your president, Lefty, then that marshmallow brain sock puppet is not my president. So stop it. And, I have the right to freedom of speech for now, freedom of opinion for now. So I am guaranteed my right to criticize the miserable piece of shit. Let's see. Slim Shady Kane points out correctly, lead is a cheap solution to crazies. Tyler, you're right. Chess is someone at risk. So am I, though, by the way. I am a type 2 diabetic, so technically I'm at risk too. And yet I am not offered the opportunity to get a shot yet. But my parents have had their 2 shots, so I'm glad for that. Let's see. Slim Shady being Slim Shady. Chess is more of a risk to the public than COVID. Yeah. One above the rest says, well, that's sad, but it is your right in a sports. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It is possible, one and everyone else, it was possible in my lifetime that people could disagree without being disagreeable. I think we lost that somewhere around the Clinton administration. Certainly the Bush 45 administration. After the debacle down in South Florida, and it's gotten worse ever since. So I think we need to get back to the point where we as Americans can disagree with each other without calling each other names, without canceling each other, without trying to destroy each other's lives. But what do I know? I'm an old school guy. Disagree without being disagreeable. Look at 2 guys like me and Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou and I are friends. Uncle Lou and I don't see eye to eye on politics, economics, that kind of thing. Hell, we don't see eye to eye on college football, but we're still friends. We can disagree without being disagreeable. That is something that America as a whole has lost, and we need to get back to it. Boy, my phone is blowing up here. I'll have to deal with that later. Oh, well. Let's see. Where are we here? Jesse J is right. Yep. Blue Shirt is agreeing with me that Biden is not his president either. Tyler Buckner is asking me, what do I think about Candace Parker? I don't know the name. Hang on a minute. Let me Google it. Hang on. Candace Parker, basketball player? You're asking about a women's basketball player? I have no interest in women's basketball. She looks like a pretty lady. 6'4", tall girl. Huh? I know nothing about women's basketball. I know it exists, and that's it. I have no opinion on women's basketball. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. Honestly, I don't know anyone in my life personally or on YouTube that knows anything about women's college ball or pro ball other than they exist. So I can't help you there. Sorry. Let's see. Neo is here. How you doing, sir? Let's see. Real Big Lee says Jesse has terrible choice in beer and trucks, but we're still buddies. Doesn't Big Lee, Jesse, don't you drive a Ram? I think you drive a Ram. That's not a bad choice. Now, a Chevy would be a bad choice. But a Ram is a good choice. A Power Stroke would have been a better choice, but a Ram is a good choice. Tyler has corrected himself. He meant Candace Owens. Well, that I can, yeah. Candace Owens, I like. I like the fact that she is well-spoken, well-educated, looks good, looks very presentable on TV, argues her points with passion and very well and very intelligently. if she was on a ticket for president, either as top of the ticket or a vice president, I'd vote for her in a minute. I think she's a hell of a strong conservative lady. She is a hell of an argument for conservative values and how far they can take you in life. I hope she does something in the political arena other than just commentary. I wish she would actually run for office. I wish she would actually get on a national platform, even if she didn't win the nomination. Just get on the platform and advocate for conservative values as a strong, well-spoken, well-educated black woman and conservative. And maybe she would even get maybe if she didn't win the nomination, she could pick for vice president. She could be picked as UN ambassador in a cabinet position. I'd love to see her as press secretary, and just tear the Washington press corps apart, because their intellectual firepower is a firecracker compared to a thermonuclear warhead that is Candace Owens. So I would love to see Candace Owens more and more, and in a prominent position out front of the conservative movement. I think she's a hell of a representative. Let's see. Holden Caulfield. Haven't seen you here before. Not that I can remember. But welcome. He says, only drive a Jeep. Nothing wrong with a Jeep. Big Lee says, bow tie till I die. Well, bow tie until the bow tie dies anyway. Let's see. Jesse J is going to go into full attack mode on bow ties. So Wilkie says he drives a Ram. Slim Shady, we already know. His motto is Mopar or no car. Holden Caulfield agrees with me that Candace Owens rocks. Jesse J is having his fun right now. He's saying, let's see, I guess he's talking about Big Lee drinks bitch beer and drives a Chevy. I smell a communist among us. No, he's all right. He's good. Let's see. One above the rest says Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is who we need in 2024. The only reason you would need AOC, sir, is if you needed something to laugh at. I mean, the fact that she holds a degree in economics, as stupid as she is, tells me a lot about the university she went to. And I have other opinions on that, but I'll just leave it at that. The girl doesn't even know how many branches of government there are, and we can pull the videos if you want. So no, AOC is not what we need in 2024. We need AOC to go back to bartending in 2022. But unfortunately, her district is full of lefties, and she'll probably never leave Congress. She'll probably be in there as long as Pelosi is right now. Oh, that's right, Holden. You are on Random Rob's stream all the time. I haven't been on Random Rob's stream in a while, and there's a reason for that. And it's due to some changes that have been going on in my life right now. I can't get on to evening streams like I used to. That'll change back in a few months. I miss the evening streams. I miss being on BVD stream. I miss being on Random Rob's Monday stream. I really miss these things, and I'm going to get back to them, but it'll probably be towards June before I can do that. So it is what it is, but the changes had to be made. So now I know you. I know Jesse J. I know you and Lee are good buddies. I know all that. I mean, I can read the stitches on the fastball, sir. Let's see. Mike Vick is here, sir. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Mike, your watch should be arriving sometime today if it hasn't already. The tracker says UPS has got it on the truck for delivery, so hopefully you should see it fairly soon now. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you can find some use for it. Vodka Drinkers here. How you doing, sir? He says Out of the Furnace is a good movie. I'm not familiar with that movie. What is it about? Some Shady Kane says AOC equals, and then he uses the poop emoji, and I think that's the potato emoji. So can't say I disagree with you there. So looking at my screen here, I got 22 people in the stream, which thank you for being here. I've got 8 thumbs ups and I got 14 thumbs down. So we know that the trolls are in the background. We know who they are. We know what they think they're doing, and they're wrong. But hey, we got 14 thumbs down. So obviously I've triggered the trolls, and that's all good. So as long as I keep doing that, then that's good for me. Let's see. Vodka Drinker says, hooray for the Fed keeping interest rates at 0. That won't last much longer, Vodka Drinker. I'm sure that the Fed is going to start raising rates fairly soon now. I wish somebody would shut the Fed down, but that's just me. I don't think we need the Fed anymore. I think it's a haven for economic criminals myself, but hang on a minute. This guy is bothering me. I've got to deal with this. Hang on just a minute. Hang on. Oops. And I gotta check one more thing. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves here. Hang on just a minute. And oops. No, come on. Face ID. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. Sorry, I had to take care of that. Somebody was really bothering me with some urgent stuff. Where do we go? Wilkie is right. We are going to get tax increases. No better way to kill the American economy any more than it's already been hurt than to raise taxes. But I'm pretty sure that's what the sock puppets, Chinese overlords want, is the American public pissed off and the American economy wrecked. So a tax increase, they're already talking about it right now. I'm sure they've already put it together, and I'm sure it's coming. I don't know if it'll get through both houses of Congress. I'm hoping not, but I think a tax increase is probably going to be something that the Marxists will push for, and that will finally shut the economy down, and it'll hurt a lot of people. The only positive part from my point of view of if they push through a tax increase is it'll piss off enough of the American people that maybe they can real Americans can take back the Congress in 2022 and shut this whole thing off for 2 years, and then in 24 we can elect a real American back into the White House. So, maybe this is going to be a classic overreach on the part of the Democrats. They seem to be very vulnerable to doing that kind of thing time after time, and they just never seem to learn. So we'll see what happens in a couple of years. Let's see. Jesse, I can tell you pretty sure right down here in Florida, regular gas is approaching $3 a gallon, and I'm approaching $4 a gallon on premium, which is what my Saleen burns. I can't put anything less than 90. Well, I can put 91 in if I travel. We did tune the car for that, but nobody sells 91 down here except a few places. It's all 93. So 93 octane fuel down here is almost at $4 a gallon. And that makes the Saleen a very expensive proposition to run, because around town I'm lucky to go 150 miles on a tank. So it is what it is. I'm not selling the car. I just, I won't drive it as much. But yeah, fuel prices are definitely going up. Sleeta's here. My buddy Dave, Sleeta, Sports Live in the ATL. Road to 3K for my friend here. If you're not already subbing up Sleeta, you need to go to his channel and help him get to 3,000 subs. My Wednesday is doing well. I mean, I had my birthday yesterday. Today is just the aftermath. That's always good. I got a present for my daughter. She brought it a day late because it just arrived, and that was nice. I saw that video that you had. You do have some good speakers running there. Wilkie says gas is $2.90 a gallon. It's about $2.90 a gallon here too. LaMichael Patterson, the Frenchy French guy is here, so he's going to start into his French thing. Oh, he's already been hidden. Why did we hide him? You know what, Jesse? I'm going to thank you for timing him out. I'm going to do one better. He's gone. I'm not as charitable as Lou is, I guess, because I'm a cranky old fuck. But take a hike, Patterson. You're out of here. Don't come back. You come back with troll accounts, I'll just keep banging them out. I'll keep kicking you out. I don't need your bullshit today. Let's see. Salita is bragging about new speakers. That's pretty good. Yeah, speakers make all the difference. I did Holden. He's gone. He's gone. Don't worry about Patterson anymore. He's out. Let's see. Holden says I should get a new car. No, I don't want a new car. I mean, I have a daily driver. It's being used by someone else right now, but it's a 2018 Sonata. It's fine. I mean, that thing is a little 4-cylinder. Sips gas, and hell, I could probably almost drive from where I live to Atlanta on one tank if I wanted to. I'd be on fumes by the time I got there, so I wouldn't do that. But so I can just run that car when I need to and park the Saleen. But I mean, I'll do what I need to do to fuel the Saleen. I mean, I'll eat ramen noodles and tuna fish. I'm not giving up the Saleen. I mean, the channel is called SaleenDriver. Can't be SaleenDriver without the Saleen. So I can't get rid of the car. And thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. So I appreciate it. Mike Vick, thank you. He's wishing me a happy late birthday. I appreciate that. Slim Shady correctly points out, is there a bigger joke in the 20th century than the French army? No, and as far as I know, Slim, the French army is still the only army that equips its tanks with backup lights. So, I mean, just let's see. Oh, got an alert. I'll check that in a minute. Hang on a minute. I got a PayPal alert. I'll check that in just a second. Let's see. Wilkie says, I don't know. Lou has been on a rip. I got banned from there. Lou banned you? Damn, son. I didn't know that. Why would Lou ban you? That must have been a mistake, or you must have really set him off. Vodka Drinker said, but always thank the French for helping out versus the Brits in the revolution. Yeah, well, definitely that. I mean, yeah, the French did help America break away from Britain in the Revolutionary War, but, you know, modern French military tactics have always been, how do you back up quick? And, yeah, I recognize that handle too, sir, and you're done. I'm not putting up with you, so goodbye. Yeah, Holden, we can ask what everyone is wearing on their wrist. I'm wearing my birthday present from my parents. I can't show it yet because I'm going to do a video on it, so I can't show it yet. But let me tell you something. It is a hell of a nice watch. So I was very humbled by the gift from my mom and dad. It was a very nice gesture. They knew I like it. It's actually part of my dad's collection. Well, it was, and he knew I liked the watch, so he gave it to me, and I was very humbled by that. Let's see. But what are you wearing? Wearing a Longines. Oh, I would love to get a Longines into my channel for review, but I'm trying to find a collector that's local to me that's willing to loan me a Longines or something like that, because I'm not in a position right now to buy one, but I would really like to borrow one. Let's see. Where do we leave off here? Yeah, Funky Fudge, you're right. There are cars that pump engine noises into the cabin through the speakers. I think that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Salita points out, so no Saleen without the Saleen would be just driver. Yeah, I guess I'd have to change the channel name to something else. I mean, if I bought a Challenger or a Charger, I'd have to become Charger driver or Challenger driver or something. Wilgie said it was something that happened in my stream. Something happened here, and Lou kicked you off of his stream. Really, that's interesting. Let's see. Salita is not wearing a watch today. Okay. Neither is Jesse J. So why did I buy you a watch, Jesse? No, I'm kidding. That's right. I think you said you gave that watch to your son, didn't you? Wilkie says, my stream. Well, what was it? I mean, what did you say? It must have been something bad. I don't know. Let's see. Vodka Drinker said they paid us back by losing the French Indochina War. If they did things right, America would never have had a Vietnam War. there is a certain historical argument for that. Yes. Jojo Bugs is here. Yes, I did have a good birthday, Jojo. Thank you for asking. I spent time with my family. Just a more or less a regular day with about 200 birthday wishes on Facebook to respond to. But had a good time yesterday, so I was very happy. Holden says, new YouTube channel name, Jeep Cherokee. No, I don't want a Jeep. No, thanks. And Jesse confirmed, yeah, he did give the watch to his son. Well, I'm even on likes and dislikes. I got 15 thumbs ups and 15 thumbs down. So that's good. Hang on a minute. I got to check my PayPal here because I just got another alert. So if you will bear with me for just a minute, I have 2 PayPals to respond to. Got to log in first. Okay, here we go. My PayPal. Come on. Let's see. Got 2 to respond to. Hang on. I got one from Sleeta. I thank you, sir. Most kind. He said, thanks for the road to 3K shout out. Hey, anytime, man. I hope you get. I would like to get to 2K. So I'm at about 1,830. I need a little more to get to 2K. So I will shout out any channel, because I know how hard it is to get your channel to grow. Thanks for the shout out. It takes time. However, I will get it. Now go get some gas for the Saleen on me, Sleeta. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And there was one other. I got to find it. Oh, there it is. It's from Georgia Forever. He says, I won't be able to hang out for the whole stream, so I wanted to show support for the show before heading out. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. If you've already left, I'm sorry I didn't read it earlier. But thank you, Georgia Forever. I do appreciate the support. I appreciate any support. The link is in the description for the PayPal. And, of course, the Super Chat is available if you want to go that route as well. Of course, anyone just being here is great support. I always appreciate that. Let's see. Sleeta says he does still have the watch that he won, legitimately won, and people are still bothering me about that. Can you imagine that, Sleeta? People are still giving me shit about the fact that you won a watch in a contest that was weeks ago. It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I mean, come on, guys. The video is up on my channel to watch. It is a legit, actually 2 videos. One video of somebody else won the watch. They didn't claim it per the rules. I shot another video, spun the wheel again with all the names. I showed all the names. It landed on Sleeta. Legit giveaway. I don't play favorites. If it had been Uncle Lou, he would have won. He wasn't even in the contest. He wasn't on that stream. If it had been BVD, if it had been Pigskin Pete, if it had been Jesse J, but it was Sleeta. So Sleeta won the watch. He's got to go get it sized, but he's won the watch. Let's see. Big Wrist, first of all, thanks for showing up. He just saw my break video. I did a video. I've been doing a video series on why I did things to my Saleen, and the last one was my brakes. There's one more coming, and I might shoot a couple more. He found that very informative. Sleeta says, I don't get PayPal sounds. I don't really get donations. I don't know. I get the joke, but Actually, when I get something, something happens with PayPal, I've set it to send me a text message. So my phone fired off, and since I'm on a Mac, the Mac text messenger thing that's linked to my phone fired off too. So it just popped an alert in the upper right hand corner of my main monitor. So Holden asked me if has anyone bought a Bulova A15 pilot's watch. No. I do know someone that recently bought a Bulova Precisionist on my recommendation, and that was Uncle Lou, and he loves it. Jesse J, he, meaning his son, is proud of it. His teacher has a Casio, and he loved it. I told my son he's got old school classic. Okay. Wilkie says Lou had banned several people and said he had big feelings today, then said I was taking up for people talking about his family, which isn't true. I just didn't understand what the banning was about. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that's about either, Wilkie. I must have missed that morning show. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But if you want me to talk to Lou, I'll do it if you want me to, or if you just want to handle it on your own. And Sleeta says he will shout me out again, which I appreciate that, sir. I really do. And he also said that Georgia Forever is a good dude. Yeah, I agree. He seems like a good dude. He, meaning Lou, called me dumb and said he was booting me off his channel, which he did. Then I messaged him. He said he would unban me. Not sure if he did though. Well, that's good. I mean, if he said he unbanned you, then he will do it. Wookie also said to get banned over that, as long as I've been around, was silly in my opinion, but it's his channel, his rules. Yeah, well, you're right. It is. Hell, he and BVD have kicked me off for a night or two, for whatever reason, and usually I probably deserved it. So, as much as I try and support their channels, if I step on their toes, and they decide to ban me, I can't really argue about it. I can just email them in private or text them in private and say, "Hey, look, I'm sorry I aggravated you. Hopefully you'll let me back on." And they do, but usually you just got to say you're sorry. Salita says, Saleen, I have your PayPal on speed dial. I love donating to you. I really like the support you give me. Well, I appreciate that, sir. It's no effort to support you, sir. I like what you do, even though I'm not a big pro sports fan like you are. I like what you do, and I like how you do it. So why not support you? Makes perfect sense to me. Let's see. Big Risk says, I gave a G-Shock away 3 months ago and still get comments about it when the drawing wasn't fair. You know what, Big Risk, you got to let that, I mean, I get the complaints, and that's fine. If they want to complain, it's free country. They can complain all they want to, but I just let that shit roll off my back now. It doesn't bother me like it used to. Yeah, I mean, you can lose your mind trying to respond to all the trolls out there, or you can just kind of let it go. I mean, and that's what I choose to do. I just choose to let it go. Salita says, I'm never surprised at people hating on me, so it doesn't shock me. That's why I found it funny that I won, and I made it hilarious. Yeah, well, haters gonna hate, right? Jojo Bug says, I bought a Rolex while deployed in the Mideast. Fake, of course. Oh, well, sorry about that. I hope you didn't lose too much money on that. The fake watch industry is very prevalent despite big efforts to squash it, and that's kind of sad. I hope you didn't get taken too badly. Selena says, speaking of brakes, I hear small brake screeches. Does that mean brakes need to be changed or something else? Usually when you apply your brakes and you hear a screeching sound, that's usually a little metal tab that's built into either your brake caliper or more likely your pad. And what it's doing is it's dragging against the rotor, which means that your brake pads are worn out to the point where they need to be replaced. If you ignore it, that little tab of metal is going to start grinding into your rotor, and then it's going to ruin the rotor. So I would get that car in to have the pads checked and replaced. Hopefully the rotor is not damaged and can be saved. Maybe it might need to be turned, which is basically putting it on a lathe and shaving it a little bit. Also, if your brake pedal, when you apply it under normal pressure, it pulses. You feel a judder in your foot. That means your rotors are warped. I mean, if you slam the brakes and you have anti-lock brakes, the pedal is going to judder because the pads are pulsating like this to prevent lockup. That's why they call it anti-lock. But if you just like normal brake pressure to come to a stop at a stoplight and the pedal is juddering under your foot, that means your rotors are warped. That means you're probably going to have to at least have them turned, probably replaced. So get ready to spend some money, Selena, because brakes are the most important system in your car, because if you can't stop the car, you're going to kill somebody or maybe yourself. So you want to get those checked. Let's see. Dwayne RTR is here. What's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Even though you're at work, I appreciate the support. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Jesse J is praising JoJo for his service, which I do too, sir. Thank you for your service. I, at one time, wanted to try to serve, but I had some physical ailments, so I could not. So I always try and make it a point to support the veterans, the first responders, the cops, the paramedics, the firefighters, the guys who put their lives on the line so that I can live a bit longer. God bless you all. You are doing the Lord's work. Holefield is saying that Major League Baseball is almost here. I've never been a real big baseball fan. I'm certainly not a Yankees fan, but baseball is not my thing, Selena says, I don't care if anyone bans me. My life isn't a concern on the YouTube drama. People have the right to be entertained by me or not. I do what I want and move on. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Okay, JoJo tells me he only spent $30 on his fake Rolex, so good. $30. $30 is $30, but I mean, you probably knew you were getting a fake Rolex anyway. Holden correctly does point out on brakes, the squeaking could be rust, surface rust on the rotors from lack of use. That is a good point, sir. I didn't think of that, but Selena says he's going to take his car in at the end of March. That's a good idea. He says, when I have speed and I apply the brakes, I hear some screeching. I think your pads are worn out. I think it's going to end up you're going to need at least pads. It's probably coming from the front, so yeah, you don't want to let that go too long. Vodka Drinker says there ought to be able to put a watermark or something similar on the manufacturer of the watch. Well, most watches, most of the high-end stuff, like on Rolexes, for example, I know this because I've checked these before I bought them. They engrave the serial number of the watch on the case of the watch underneath. You're not seeing it, but right here, along where the bracelet meets the watch, they put it between the lugs. They engrave the serial number on there, and then they mount the bracelet on. So you have to take the bracelet off to read the serial number. And there are a lot of websites, for example, where you can plug serial numbers in for Rolexes, and you can find out if the serial number is legit or not. If it matches, say you're looking at a Rolex Submariner, which is their most popular diver, that was made in 1989, and you're looking to buy that. If you get the serial number off of it and plug it into these trackers online, you can at least find out if the serial number on the watch is in that range, that date range. But the best thing to do is find a watch guy in your area that deals in that particular make of watch. He's a Rolex expert, or he's a Ulysses Nardin expert, or a Breitling expert, or Tudor, or Omega, or Zenith, or whatever. And take the watch. If you're able to, take the watch to him and ask him, can you look at this watch and tell me if it's a fake or if it's real? Now, that may not be as good as, say, sending it off to a Rolex themselves or a Rolex authorized dealer, ADs as we call them. But it's the next best thing. At least you can buy with confidence. And a lot of watch sites like Chrono24 or European Watch or Watchbox, places that are higher end watch dealers, gray market dealers, aftermarket dealers, they certify the watches that go onto their site before they go up for sale. They're already certified. eBay has introduced a new service where if you're buying a higher end watch, I think it's like thousands of, like mid to high thousands and above, you can buy the watch and the money goes to escrow. The watch goes to one of their, and they have a list of certified watch experts for that particular brand. The watch will go to that expert, and part of the fee of buying the watch is that watch goes to the expert. The expert certifies the watch as authentic. Then the watch is shipped to you, and then the money is released to the seller. That's something that's new with eBay. So there are places on the internet where you can go to buy high-end watches and have a very good and reasonable certainty that what you're buying is what you're buying and not a fake. So I would stick with the reputable folks: Crown and Caliber, Chrono24, Bob's Watches. He even though it's called Bob's Watches, he's a Rolex expert. European Watch Company. There are some forums out there like Watch You Seek, where there are a lot of good dudes out there. I've sold watches on there. I've bought watches on there. But got to do your homework. You gotta learn where to go, so who you can trust for buying watches. So yeah, and you got to be careful. I mean, because once the money goes across the table, whatever comes back to you is yours. So you got to know what you're doing. Let's see, where are we? Salita says, if I remember, it's about $600 to figure. Yeah, Rolex service typically runs between $600 and $900 for a full service. That usually involves stripping the movement down to bare parts, cleaning and polishing the case, cleaning and polishing the dial. Well, not polishing, but cleaning and polishing the crystal if it needs it. Disassembly of the movement, replacing any parts, re-oiling, reassembling, then retiming the watch and getting it back to COSC or COSC levels. I mean, it starts at about $600, and depending on the age of the watch, the availability of the parts, what you're having done, whether it's just a service or restoration, It could go all the way up into the thousands. It just depends on the watch, depends on what you're doing with it. It depends on the condition they get it in. I mean, if you're looking at a mid-70s Submariner that's been at the the bottom of the lake for the past 20 years, you're not going to get away with $600, guys. That's just the way it is. Let's see. Holden says, "Don't be a communist. Saleen. Baseball is as American as apple pie." I agree. It's not a sport that I find particularly exciting. Now, Sleeta loves baseball. He's a big Atlanta Braves fan. So, talk to Sleeta about baseball. I'm not. Jojo says, "The $30 souvenir from Bahrain. I still have it. That's good." Jerry Wells is here. Good afternoon to you too, sir. One above the rest says, "Have a good stream. Going to head out for a little while." Okay, thank you for coming in, sir. I appreciate it. Remember, disagree without being disagreeable. That's the way we need to be. Salita says, "Gotta go. Hope you have a great day. Thank you again for your support and friendship." And later, Jesse. And thank you for your support and thank you for your PayPal. I appreciate it. And I will continue to support your channel. Let's see. Wilkie says, "I never had a high-end watch. I have a Casio that I paid like $350 for 8 years ago." That's fine. But if you ever want to look at higher-end watches, Wilkie, all you have to do is ask. I'll be happy to help you out any way I can. I try and have knowledge. There are plenty smarter than me. I could recommend some good channels to watch besides mine. Random Rob, Frederico, Urban Gentry, Bobby Legs, friend of mine. Try those 5. Town Watch, Wrong Time Watch. Those are Just One More Watch. There's a whole bunch of watch channels out there. They cover the spectrum from the entry level $50 Orients all the way up to the the $750,000 Patek Philippe's and higher. So plenty of resources out there. I'm just one of them. So if you ever need any help, let me know. Let's see. Where do we go here? Ballard's here. All the way from Alabama. How you doing? Yeah, I know there's tornado warnings out there, Ballard. So be safe, sir. Do not get killed. We don't need people dying in tornadoes. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I got to answer this guy again. Hang on. This is important. All right. Well, somebody just sent me Wilkie, I guess this is from you. You just PM me about this. Okay. I'm gonna have to read that later. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Okay. Well, yeah. Now I know that this is from you, Wilkie. Okay, I got it. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, when I'm doing this, I'm not really looking at the phone, Wilkie, but now I understand what you were talking about. I have context now. I hope you and Lou can figure it out. I don't remember exactly what all this happened on my channel. This was obviously a couple weeks ago. But I hope that you and Lou can figure it out. Like I said, if you want me to step in and talk to Lou about it, I will. But I'm pretty sure if you explained it to him like I see you did, I'm pretty sure he'll unban you as soon as he reads that and figures it all out. I don't know. I don't know Lou to be a person that holds a grudge per se, especially if things are explained to him. But then again, it's his channel. If he wants to keep you off it for a while, there's nothing really he can do about it. But hopefully, he maintains the thing about not holding grudges and he unbans you. Mike Hogg is here. How you doing, sir? As Wilkie says, Selena's doing watch dealings on this. Actually, you're not wrong, Wilkie, because I'm a guy off of one of my Facebook groups that I belong to just bought a watch from me that I've been trying to sell for a couple of days, and there was a little goof up with the payment, and we worked it out. It's worked out, but I don't want to leave him hanging like that when we're talking about the amount of money that we're talking about. I don't want to leave him he bought the watch. It's his. All I got to do is go pick it up, pack it up, shout tomorrow morning. So it's his watch, but we just had a small hiccup. He's a customer now. I mean, when I sell a watch to somebody, I treat him like a customer, how I would be treated. So I don't want to leave him hanging. I want to make sure he's comfortable with the fact that his money is now in my possession. I have his address. He's going to get his watch. So I want to make sure he's comfortable with that. And we're all good. So I'm sorry I had to distract from that. And I see Mike Hogg is here, which is good. Let's see. Where did I leave off here? No, I already read it all, Wilkie, so I understand what you're talking about. So we're good with that. Something about JoJo anniversary? What anniversary? Did I miss something? Hang on. Did JoJo say something about an anniversary? I must have missed it. Somebody enlighten me. What's JoJo talking about anniversary? What's going on here? Let's see. Ballard says, watch what tornado season says to the state of Alabama. In a couple of days after this passes, pulling Nick Saban. This is not the end. It is the beginning. Well, Alabama, a good chunk of Alabama is in Tornado Alley. And, we got a lot of unstable air. It's starting to become spring. You've got warm air coming in. You still got cold air coming down from the north. They meet up in the middle of the country and they do a little dance called tornadoes. And, this shit happens. So keep your head down, Ballard. So again, gathering from what Michael Hogg is saying about congratulations to you and the boss, JoJo Bugs, I guess it's a wedding anniversary. Yeah, wedding anniversary. Well, congratulations, JoJo. That's pretty good. I don't have a wife anymore. I sort of lost that somewhere along the way, but that happens, right? Well, JoJo, I appreciate you supporting my channel, sir. I appreciate the promise. So, Maddie Sims is here. He says he's sitting downstairs in my dorm building because of a tornado that was spotted 10 miles away, and he's annoyed. Well, you know what? Better you should be annoyed sitting in the downstairs of your dorm than sitting upstairs and the damn thing takes your roof off. So be careful out there, guys. Come on. A little inconvenience is not worth your life. So come on. Mike Hogg says he's doing good on St. Patty's Day. Just got my vaccine set up for next week. I hope it's the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I've got to work on getting a vaccine appointment somewhere. I think Florida has now dropped the age limit to 55, which I just turned 56 yesterday, so I qualify, and I also qualify in the fact that I'm a type 2 diabetic. So I think I would qualify for a shot, but I don't know. I'll have to do some research. Let's see. Michael Hogg says, breaking news for those who have not filed your taxes. Uncle Sam is giving you a reprieve until May. Hey, that's good news. I just filed mine. I sent the check off to the IRS, and I sent another check off to my accountant. So that's all done. So another year of tax bliss. And every year I send out the same message on Facebook, trying to get one of my lefty friends who likes high taxes to pay my taxes. You know, if you're a leftist and you like paying taxes, why don't you pay my taxes too? Or say, pay Jesse's taxes, or pay Michael's taxes, or pay somebody's taxes. Come on, guys. You leftists love taxes so much. Go find a conservative friend who doesn't like paying taxes and pay taxes. You know, do something nice for one of your right-wing guys or gals, right? Right? You like paying taxes, pay mine. Let's see. Go Tigers 504 is here. He says, yo back. Good to see you, sir, or ma'am, as the case may be. Let's see. K5 is here. He says he's a little behind, but happy birthday. I hope you have a great evening. No, my birthday was yesterday on the 16th, but thank you. I did have an excellent evening on the 16th. I spent it with my family. A real good friend of mine was also there, and it was a good time. I got to have duck. I love duck. Nice, crispy, well-prepared duck with a very nice plum sauce. It was delicious. Delicious. The only thing that would have made it better would have been chestnut dressing, but they don't offer that. It's a pity. Let's see. Bama Banker is still in here? Oh, there he is. Good. Let's see. Mike Hogg says, happy belated 21st birthday and welcome to Club 21, SaleenDriver. That said, if you were here in Indiana, you could have your vaccine here in Indiana a couple of weeks ago. Well, I haven't been 21 years old for 35 years, so, but thank you. I appreciate that. Wilkie agrees. Duck is amazing. Duck is delicious. Let's see. Michael Hogg is continuing his message. The 55 to 59 age group at the beginning of the month. A week later, it was 50 to 54. And yesterday, they added my age group, which is 45 to 49. Well, good. Well, I'm in Florida, so I guess I have to go by the Florida rules. Maddie Sims says, do you have any recommendations for people who would be willing to pay for your taxes? My taxes? My PayPal address is right there in the description. If anyone would like to donate $100 or so to offset my tax payment, and you're a lefty, feel free to use my PayPal ID and donate $100, or use the super chat and put $100 in the super chat, and that'll help a little bit to offsetting my tax bill. Let's see. We're at 24 thumbs ups and 15 thumbs down, so I appreciate y'all's support. I really do. Let's see. K5 says, I'm a duck hunter in Georgia. That being said, I rarely have duck. Where did you buy it? Well, there's a restaurant local to me called Japan, which is a Japanese restaurant, and they do a crispy duck with plum sauce and veggies and rice and miso soup. Delicious. And Slim Shady is talking to somebody about, how dare you assume someone's gender, sir? There are 21,000 different agendas. Oh, well, if you're talking to me, no, there's two. Follow the science. There's only two. J-Dub is here. Jeff Webster. I filed electronically via TurboTax last night. 2020 was a disaster in so many ways. K5 wants to know where you purchase duck. Usually a lot of higher-end grocery stores will have duck breast or whole ducks. Usually if you can find a Chinese market, they might have it. I remember, I don't know if they still exist, but Allen Brothers, they are purveyors of fine meats and food items. They had pre-marinated duck breasts in frozen packs of 8. You just thaw them and prepare them. So, butchers, usually most butchers will have whole ducks or duck parts available. If you have a butcher in your area that you like, give them a try. Wilkie says, I need about $3,500 this year to on top of the $6,000 I paid last year. Well, yep. Michael Hogg said, duck is good, but for me, it's too greasy. How can you cook it to where it's not like that? What you have to do now, I've not had a lot of experience making duck, but what you usually have to do is you have to cook it in such a way where you render or melt out the fat of the duck to get it where the skin is crispy and the duck fat has been basically taken out of the duck, and it moistens the meat as it melts away and renders out. But if you do it right, the resulting duck is not greasy. It's really very good and very rich and very flavorful. It's very moist. But you got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to render out the fat. And then you save that fat. Don't throw it away, because you can fry with it. You can use it for all kinds. You can saute with it. So any chef will tell you duck fat and bacon fat are the two best fats to cook with. Chicken fat is good too. Jews love to cook with chicken fat or schmaltz. But if you learn how to render out duck fat, make sure you save it so you can cook with it later. Let's see. Slim Shady Kane crossing into Mississippi now from Alabama heading home. Be careful out there, sir. That reminds me, I forgot to drop the StreamYard link. I usually do that after about an hour or so in, and I'm more than an hour in. So I'm going to drop the StreamYard link in the comment section. If anyone wants to come on in, they're more than welcome to. Slim Shady Kane correctly points out anything smoked and wrapped in bacon is good. Yes, you could even smoke and wrap a flip-flop in bacon, and it will turn out good. Jesse, I don't know a lot of husbands who like their wives driving, so you're probably not alone there, sir. And Jeff Webster, duck can be greasy if it's not prepared right. If it's prepared correctly, it's delicious. You just got to find somebody who knows what they're doing. That's all. Let's see. Jeff Webster said he's been a devoted rabbit hunter most of his life. I've never had rabbit. I've had deer, venison. I've never had rabbit. Let's see. Jojo Bugs is back. That's good. Michael Hogg says, speaking of food, I love matzo ball soup, and I'm trying to find the perfect recipe for that. And do you add chicken with it? Marry a Jewish girl. That's what else can I tell you? Marry a Jewish girl. Failing that, if you go to like Publix or something like that, they have an ethnic food section. You can usually get matzo ball soup kits, which are pretty good. And if you add chicken to it, it's even better. Well, 3 people popped in. Let's see. First, we have J-Dub. Then we have Jesse. Then we have Slim.
Hang on one
What's up,
second.
fellas?
I want to right away say to everybody in Tuscaloosa and everybody on the west side of Birmingham, get in your basement. I'm watching the National Weather Service now. We have a 2 or 3 F tornado on the ground northeast of Tuscaloosa. Again, there is an F2 or F3 tornado on the ground in the area of Cottonwood on the Birmingham side of Tuscaloosa. And there's another storm coming from the southwest into Tuscaloosa. So those of you who are listening or in the streamyard in that area, please take immediate shelter.
Damn.
That's not good.
Yeah, tell Saleen thanks right quick.
Thank you.
Hey,
Say old J-Dub.
What's he thanking me for? Oh, the watch. Oh, good. No, you're welcome. I'm glad you like it there. What's his name again?
Ethan.
No, I'm glad you like it.
I hope like hell everybody over in Alabama is gonna be all right, man. I just watched I just seen the damn weather radar, and I was like, holy fuck.
What's up, Wilkie and
Wilkie, my man?
How we doing, Ethan?
What?
Yeah, he's out here playing now. What the hell are you playing?
Real still.
Oh, he's playing real still on his phone.
Uh-oh.
How you guys doing today?
Same old shit, different day, man. You know how it is.
Is anyone in the way? Is anyone in the way of that tornado that's in here, or does somebody know? What about Ballard? Is Ballard in that area?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
That would actually that would be in the direction where Ballard is living now. Yes, he would be.
Oh, it is? Oh shit.
Well, I don't see Ballard in here anymore.
Right. If the storms keep going the direction they are going, they're going to go right over the top of Ballard in about a half an hour.
Oh, I hope not.
I'm gonna check the radar again. Take it out of here.
Well, Ballard is still listed as being online here, so
Ballard was in here a minute ago.
Yeah, I just sent him a message, see if I get him to respond.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Oh, by the way, in case anyone missed seeing this earlier, I got this, came in the mail a couple days ago. My daughter just gave it back to me with improved straps.
That's good stuff, Saleen.
Yeah, I seen that earlier. I was like, that's awesome as hell.
I still don't know how he got in office.
Oh, I know how he got in office. That's easy enough to figure out, but I love this.
Man, it's about getting, I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's getting ready to damn. Look at that.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can make you bigger.
That's real simple. I mean, Trump couldn't shut up. That's how Biden got in office.
Yeah, it looks bad, man.
Jesse, hold that up again. Oh, yeah, that's bad.
You see all that red? All that red's the tornadoes. All that red's what's been hitting.
I just drove through all that. It ain't that bad.
Wow. Yeah. It looks rough. I know that.
Okay.
Who did we? Oh, J-Dub popped off. All right. You all right there, J-Dub?
I knocked myself out. Whoops.
Well, don't do that. It's bad for your health.
Well, there's a lot of people who'd like to do that for me.
Yeah, well, I ain't one of those. Bama Banker says that it's on top of Brookwood right now. So Which way is it heading? Is that kind of heading east?
Bama Banker, that is terrible news for me. I have a college buddy that lives in Brookwood. I'm saying a prayer right now. That's very bad news for me.
Yeah, Brookwood's going east.
I did not want to hear that.
Maddie Sims says tornado warning expires at 3:45 in Tuscaloosa, which would be 4:45 here. So you got about
25 more minutes.
About 25 minutes left being under a tornado warning.
Damn,
that sucks.
I did not want to hear that. I have a good friend in Brookwood. I hope they're okay.
Melissa, are you hunkered down, or what's going on where you're at? I know you're in Alabama. Where you at?
I think she's in the Birmingham area, ain't she?
No, she's up Muscle Shoals, Florence.
Oh, she's in Muscle Shoals, ain't she? Yeah.
Up in that area, yeah. But they're still getting some there. They're still getting bad weather there.
We lost somebody. Who did we lose?
Michael Hogg.
Oh, okay.
Oh, when I drove through Birmingham, the streets were already flooding because the drainage system couldn't keep up with it.
I wonder if we're getting any of that.
Christ.
Where are you at, Slim Shady? Are you on 82 or 20 going across?
No, I'm on now. I just crossed the Mississippi state line. I'm headed back to Memphis.
I've never been to Mississippi.
I just left Warner Robins.
Oh,
You're
okay.
in Georgia?
Oh shit! You was down here, wasn't you?
Yeah, I go to the Air Force Base once a month and drop a trailer off.
All right, any of you with cable TV on right now, turn to the Weather Channel, TWC. They are showing a tornado in Cottondale on the outskirts of Tuscaloosa.
I'm looking it
Just
up.
north and east of Tuscaloosa. If you have the Weather Channel.
I don't know if I do.
And Coke Zero just showed up. Kevin, I didn't see the I didn't see you wishing me a happy birthday on the morning show. I'm sorry about that, but I appreciate the wishes. So I really do. I missed it. So
Hey,
I suck.
Don't feel bad.
I suck.
Nobody wished me a happy birthday last Tuesday on my birthday.
Well, shit.
I wasn't on the
birthday,
morning
man.
show.
Well, happy birthday, bud. We didn't know it was your birthday.
Yeah, last Tuesday I turned 33.
33.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I wish you a happy birthday. I remember saying that I have scars older than you.
Damn.
You're getting old. You're getting old, Slim.
So do I.
Yeah, I can remember when I can remember when I had my first beer, Slim.
33. What year was I 33 in? That was 98.
1962.
I was 33 in 99.
I was 33 in 98. So I think it was 98. My first child was a year old.
When I was born, Jeff Webster was at the University of Alabama as he watched Miami.
So you were born in '88, wasn't you, Slim?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, me too.
I
I'm
graduated
33 in a couple months.
7.
Slim is correct. If Slim was born in 88, that would have been the spring of 88 would have been my junior year, and the fall of 88 would have been the first semester of my senior year.
No, wait a minute. In 88, I had graduated college and I was in my master's program.
Jeez Christ. I'm
Jesus,
7
I'm
years old.
old.
Hell, I'll be the big
I'm
40
old.
this year.
Big 40. You nervous?
Yeah. No, it's just another fucking day, man.
You know what? I said that when I turned 30, and then in my 30th year, I got pneumonia real bad. I broke my foot, and then I sprained my ankle for the first time. It was a rough year for me. So.
You turn 30 and get fucked up, huh?
Yeah, I went straight downhill real fast.
I sprained my ankle for the first time when I was 18 or 19, but didn't know it till the next day.
It was rough.
Maddie,
Hey, Slim, that's usually how that goes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. You get fucked up, and you wake up next morning and go, "What the fuck did I do?"
I knew what I did, but I just woke up the next morning, couldn't put any weight on my ankle. It felt fine that night when I was running back with the third bottle.
I just turned 56 yesterday, so I got it all over you guys. Except for J-Dub.
Well, I got those 2 bottles of rum, and when I took my birthday's actually on a Monday, so I took that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday off, and I got them 2 bottles of that rum. So coming September, them 2 bottles is gonna be gone.
Yeah. Saleen. At this point, he does his Clint Eastwood impression from Gran Torino. He's standing on his front lawn with an M1 Garand, yelling at any kid and stuff.
Get off my lawn!
Get off my lawn! Yeah. Well, the only difference is I'm not a overt, blatant racist. So whatever.
Bama Banker, I don't know where you're at. Maddie Sims, I know you're hunkered down with the rest of the students in the basement of Bidgood Dorm. Hang in there. They're reporting another bad storm just west of Lake Lurleen, Wallace. That means it'll be over Tuscaloosa and Northport in about 10 minutes. So hang in there, guys.
Oh yeah, there's another one. And I was just far enough north to miss it, but I could see it looking out my window south of me.
Okay, Melissa May, be careful out there, please. The world is a better place with you in it. So be careful.
Yeah,
Everybody's all right.
I'm not trying to be over dramatic, but if anybody saw the damage that that tornado did to Tuscaloosa in 2012, when they tell you to take cover, you don't joke about it anymore. You know?
No, you
tornadoes
don't.
kind of make you feel better living in Florida because at least with a hurricane, you got 3 days notice to get the hell out of the way.
That's true, Slim.
Yeah. And we're coming up on hurricane season in a couple of months. Yay.
Yep. See them coming, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing about hurricanes is they're squirrely. You know, they don't always follow the rules.
Y'all get bad storms in West Virginia? There's Wilkie. Y'all get some bad ones, or y'all just kind of flies by?
Well, we get bad storms, but it's nothing like tornadoes or hurricanes or anything usually like that. Every now and again, we've had a tornado every couple of years. I guess the worst storm we had a real bad thunderstorm in 2012, and it tore through here and knocked the power out for like a week everywhere. It was awful. It was the 4th of July weekend. But we don't get anything like hurricanes and tornadoes or anything like that here.
Wilkie, the one time I've been in West Virginia, it struck me as so mountainous and so hilly that it would really be hard for tornadoes to form there.
Yeah, every now and again we'll get one, but it's usually not too bad. I've never even seen one where I live.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you, Jay. I was going to say that shit's in the mountains up there. I said I wouldn't think a damn tornado would be able to form up there.
Yeah, I literally live in a valley, so everything's
I'll
on
tell
the
you
hill.
how far back I go, Saleen. The first hurricane I can remember hitting was Andrew when it came through.
Oh, Andrew came through South Florida like nothing that has hit Florida really ever since. I mean, Andrew was such a generational storm that it changed the way you build in Florida forever. I mean, you divide Florida buildings into 2 categories now: the pre-Andrew and the post-Andrew code. And even the pre-Andrew homes and businesses, when they renovate, they have to renovate up to the Andrew code. And Andrew just took Homestead and killed it.
Now, see, we didn't get it, as bad, obviously, where I was right out there, but it was bad enough.
Andrew actually was responsible for destroying most of the city of Homestead. I mean, you go down to Homestead now, and it's a fairly new city. That's because there weren't nothing left of it. It tore. I mean, there was nothing left of. I mean, Homestead Air Force Base ceased to exist, and that was a pretty big facility back in the day.
You talk about them not playing by the rules. Imagine if it hadn't dissipated 100 miles off the coast of New Orleans, and it hit it. Katrina was only a Category 3. Imagine if Andrew being Category 5 had hit New Orleans.
Yeah. Everyone says, everyone fixates on Katrina being a Category 5 storm. Yeah, it was a Category 5 storm until the outer bands hit land, and it weakened the storm, and it hit as a Category 3, and that's bad. Don't get me wrong, that's a bad storm, but it weren't no Category 5 that hit New Orleans. If Category 5 had hit New Orleans, there wouldn't be a New Orleans.
They wouldn't be in New Orleans. Yeah, I was going to say it'd be gone.
Because I'm sure everybody remembers how everybody had to take shelter in the Superdome. The Superdome would have been completely underwater if Andrew had hit New Orleans.
It would have been like looking at a turtle in a pond. You would have seen like the upper part of the dome sticking out of the water.
I do not understand the brains behind the idea. Oh, there's a spot 25 feet below sea level. Let's build a major city there. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I was going to say New Orleans ain't that. Yeah, they ain't, like you said, about 20, 25 feet above sea level, are they?
No, below sea level.
It's below sea level, yeah.
That's why they have all those canals and everything. They got to get the water out somehow.
And not to mention, it's sitting right there on Lake Pontchartrain, too.
Ironic thing is back in the late 70s when my family was still living in Miami, and we were going to move. It was a matter of where we were going to move because my parents were, quite frankly, sick of Miami. We toyed with moving to New Orleans. And we, according to my folks, we got fairly close to that, but then where we ended up here on the west coast of Florida was a better opportunity. But I think if New Orleans, for one thing, the neighborhood that we would have moved into was wiped out by Katrina. It was absolutely destroyed. It doesn't exist anymore. And I would weigh 600 pounds because all that food I would have just kept eating until I looked like Chef Prudhomme. I would have made all you slob Olympians look like amateurs.
It'll look like Saleen Hall.
Yep.
Saleen Hall. damn slim.
Do you see BVD's video that he put up? I guess it was yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it when I got home.
That was fantastic. That was. He must have spent days on editing that damn thing.
Well, last night it premiered at 4, but it didn't go on to like 5:15, and I bet he was losing his damn mind.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Yeah, because he said the first like 11 or 12 minutes didn't show up or whatever, so he ended up reposting it today. And I seen it when I popped up this morning or whatever, and I ended up watching it when I got home, man. It's pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna lie, man. He did a good job. I bet it did take him a couple of days to do all that fucking editing and shit with all them cameras he had. I know he had like 3 or 4 fucking cameras going.
Oh, Pizza Woman snuck in here while I wasn't looking. How you doing? What's up, P-Dub? So I got J-Dub and P-Dub.
Maddie, hang in there. They're saying the edge of the storm is just over Shelton State right now. You know where that's at. Hang on 5 more minutes and then it's going to lessen up. But Ballard, I don't know if Ballard's in here. Everybody say a prayer for Ballard. He is right in the bullseye.
He was here earlier, and according, if you do like an @
right,
you do @ Ballard. According to this, he's still logged in.
Well, if he is, I hope he's not. Him and his grandparents aren't taking this lightly because they're about 20 minutes from being right on ground zero. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to get one, but I mean it's going to go right over where he's at in about 20 minutes. And
a storm cell that can make a tornado is still a hell of a storm cell, even without the tornado.
Oh yeah, still a ton of rain and a lot of wind. Yeah.
We get that, Slim can attest to this being a fellow Floridian, but we get some storms here in the summer, just regular afternoon thunderstorms or in the case of Miami, they get them in the morning. We get them in the afternoon here on the West Coast. They start in the middle of the state and they move westward every day about 4 o'clock. We get hammered. I mean, there are some storms that are capable and have done dropping 3 inches of rain in a matter of 15 minutes.
Yep.
I mean,
Saleen, I remember.
Go ahead.
Oh, we took spring break at Clearwater Beach on the south side of Tampa Bay in the summer of '88, and I think for 4 or 5 days, every single day between like 3 and 4:30, it rained like an inch in an hour. Just boom, and
Well,
10 minutes later, you walked out in the parking lot and the cement wasn't even wet.
Right.
Well, you're real close, Jeff. I was born and raised in Clearwater. You can set your watch by it. It rains at 2 o'clock almost every afternoon.
Slim, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I loved it there. I thought that was a beautiful city. It was one of the favorite places I've ever been. I really enjoyed myself there. That was a great time.
Well, hell, that's how it is here in Georgia. I mean, hell, you could be sitting out on your front porch, you know, at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All of a sudden, it just comes the most massive storm you've ever fucking seen for an hour. It'll fucking flood. Then within an hour, like you said, the damn cement is dry and it's just hot as shit. You're like, what the hell happened?
My wife thought I was joking. I took her down to Florida back in 2013. We went to Clearwater because she had never been to the state of Florida, and she'd been on the beach for about an hour. I said, "All right, let's go, check out some of the beach stops," because she wanted to do that. She's like, "Wow, we just got here." I said, "Trust me, we hadn't been in the store 30 seconds. It unloaded."
Yep. And the funny part is, now I don't know if Slim has actually witnessed this, but I have. The storms sometimes can be so scattered. It literally, one time in my parents' house, the front yard, it was raining, not a drop in the backyard. Not a drop.
I've seen that.
I've heard people.
Not
say
a
that.
single drop. And then we're talking a matter of about 30 feet.
Wow.
30, 35 feet. And it's the weirdest damn thing. You could be standing in bright sunshine. You look up, it's blue. It's gorgeous. And then 10 minutes later, you look up, there's this little gray cloud right above you, just popped up and dumps a half an inch of rain right on top of you. An eighth of a mile that way, an eighth of a mile that way, it's bone dry and stays bone dry, but right on top of you. And they always seem to happen right on top of car shows.
Yeah.
True
We
story.
were going to Slim and Salino appreciate this. We were going to go play a little putt golf on spring break, and we got to this real nice course, and it was about 3:30, sunny skies. It wasn't even really that hot out, and the guy didn't want to sell us a ticket. And he said, "You guys really want to play now?" And I said, "Well, yeah, there's like 6 of us here. We want to play." And he said, he says, "You're not from here, are you?" No. And he said, "Why don't you guys come back in about an hour or so?" And I said, "Why?" He says, "Because all I'm going to do is sell you a ticket and it's going to rain." I'm looking up at the blue sky. By God, he was right. We went and grabbed just a bite to eat somewhere. And like Slim said, no sooner had we gotten inside than a fucking monsoon came. It lasted all of about 30 minutes. And we went right back to that little mini golf place. And I told that guy, I said, "Man, you're working in the wrong place. You ought to be a weatherman." He said, "Fuck it." He says, "Hell, it's Florida." He says, "It does that every day." He says, "You don't have to be smart to figure this out."
To Saleen's point about building cities and stupid places, starting in the mid-'80s, Scientologists caught up all the downtown. They dumped millions into the beach, Clearwater Beach, and Saleen can attest to this. Clearwater Beach has been the #1 beach in the state for almost 20 years straight, and they're trying to turn it into Destin at this point. But if you've ever been there, everything they built in Clearwater Beach itself is all sitting on a sandbar, basically in Tampa Bay. All you need is one good storm to come through, and it's going to wipe that out.
I see Matty Sims in the comment section saying he's in contact with Ballard on Twitter.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, the
Matty, I know you're probably not in front of a television, but the National Weather Service is now reporting that most of the danger has passed out of Tuscaloosa County.
That's good.
now in where I live, there's a beach, Siesta Key Beach, probably rated one of the top 1 or 2 beaches in the world consistently. Siesta Key has put in a lot of protections and rules and regulations, so that what happened to Clearwater Beach doesn't happen to them, because they definitely don't want to turn Siesta into another Destin or another Pensacola Beach or whatever, you know.
Now, I've been to Destin. Clearwater's nowhere near Destin yet, but it's definitely headed that way. I mean, I went back down to Clearwater in what was that? 2017, I think.
See you later, pizza woman. Have a good rest of the day.
Might have been 2018. And I mean, I wouldn't move back there at this point. There's too many people there.
No, Clearwater used to be the hidden part of the Tampa Bay area. You know, everyone's concentrating on Tampa, St. Pete.
Yep.
Clearwater kind of managed to avoid a lot of the crap, but not anymore. Clearwater is growing as fast as everybody else.
I tell you, we went down to Madeira Beach a couple of years ago and stayed there for a week. It was amazing. It was definitely the best place in Florida I've been to, and I've been to a lot. I don't know how far that is from you, Saleen, or not.
Madeira, where is Madeira?
It's above you. I know that. It's close to Treasure Island.
Yeah, it's Tampa area, so
Yeah.
about 50 odd miles, not too far.
For years, my granddad had a timeshare on New Smyrna Beach, just south of Daytona, and that was real nice.
Yeah, I agree with you. My brother lived down there in Clearwater for about 3 years, and I remember going down there and seeing him one year for about 2 weeks. And man, I had a fucking blast down there, man. It was actually a pretty fucking nice place, man.
Yeah, the place we were at, it wasn't overpopulated, and there was still plenty to do. It really wasn't bad, and the beach was great. We're actually trying to get back down there somewhere this year on a timeshare.
I mean, for a visit, great.
So I don't need a timeshare, though. I live here.
Yeah, we need one, though.
Saleen, how far are you from Fort Myers?
About an hour and 15-minute drive south.
You're south of Fort Myers or north of Fort Myers?
North of Fort Myers. I have to go south to get to Fort Myers.
Okay, I was going to say, I've got a high school classmate that he and 2 other guys, they're the 3 owners of a concrete finishing place that they only do commercial work, though. They don't do residential work. They do just big commercial projects, and boy, twice hurricanes have just about financially wiped them out, but they managed to to bounce back every time. And he's like, if it wasn't for the damn hurricanes, I'm thinking, I'd be a millionaire by now. But he says every time we think we're free and clear, something happens. But then then they bounce back. But I've never been to Fort Myers. I just know that's where he's at. Yeah,
Fort Myers is in the southwest corner of Florida. That kind of gets hit more. Hang on a minute. Naples, Maddie Sims wants to know how far I'm from Naples. Naples is below Fort Myers, so I'd say Naples is about an hour and a half south of where I am. I'm in Sarasota, Florida. I'm about 50 miles south of Tampa. I'm about 70 miles north of Fort Myers. The thing about where I live in Sarasota is it's kind of, if you look at the map of Florida, look at the West Coast, you can see how the state kind of dips inward a little bit right around where I am. And it sort of keeps the storms off the coast a little more. Not to say that some storms haven't come ashore, like Irma a couple of years ago, no, more than a couple of years ago, actually. Charlie, if you go back a little ways to what, 2004? 2004, the state of Florida got hit by 6 named storms.
Wow.
All at once in 1 year. There were 4 hurricanes and 2 tropical storms. And I thought Charlie was going to take me out because it looked like it was coming right for where I was at. And if you look at the track of Charlie, you can look it up if you want. Charlie got right off the coast of Port Charlotte, which is south of me, and literally hooked a 90-degree turn, well, almost 90-degree turn, and went up Charlotte Harbor and up the middle of the state. And it was nobody predicted it. It's the damnedest thing you ever saw. The damn thing popped up into the Atlantic somewhere around, Daytona or something like that. And it was a really small, compact storm. It hit a town east of me called Arcadia, which is about 30 miles east of where I live. I got nothing where I was. I literally got nothing. No wind, very little rain. You'd almost think it was nothing going on, and Arcadia got leveled. The only thing left standing was a Walmart. Absolute destruction. I don't know how I managed to dodge that one. I was here alone. I had sent my family up to Atlanta to get it the hell out of the way.
That's sometimes you see freaky stuff with the weather. You'll see tornado footage. You'll have a camera crew go through the town destroyed, and one side of the street, the houses are destroyed and the trees are uprooted. And the next door neighbor's picnic table sitting upright in their backyard hadn't even moved.
It happens that way. It does.
Yeah.
You see some really, really weird shit with hurricanes and storms. And you know, the funny thing is, everyone talks about how Florida is hurricane central, and we get our share of storms. But look at the Carolinas.
Carolinas get hit all the time.
Yeah, they get hit every year. Something happens to the Outer Banks and South Carolina and the East Coast and the East Coast of Georgia, right around Savannah, Tybee Island, all those places.
Yeah, I was gonna say the East Coast, man, they get hit all the time.
Yeah, but nobody talks about them. They only talk about them when they come up into the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, the problem with New Orleans is it hit and all the water came in there. And there was just nowhere for the water to go. I mean, there's no. It's like, at least in Florida, it runs off. There wasn't any place for it to go in New Orleans. It piled up and it stayed there.
If they had actually built the levees and the canal system like they were supposed to, instead of being a bunch of corrupt little lefties and pocketing the money, they might have stood a chance back around Katrina time. But
if I'm living in New Orleans and I'm watching the television and I'm listening to the radio and I'm on the internet or whatever the case may be, and I hear that about 2 days from now, in the next 48 to 72 hours, we are bullseye ground zero for a storm as large or 3 times the size of the state in which I live.
Right.
I just became a Yankee. I mean, I'm heading north. Goodbye. Load up the car with the essentials that I absolutely have to save, and me and the dog are the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. I live on the west coast of Florida, but I live, and all the towns along the coastals are required to have they're required to designate on maps the flood zones 1 through 5. If you're in a 1, you're out. You either you mandatory evacuate, or if you're smart, you evacuate on your own. But you leave. And 2, you leave. 3, it's sort of borderline. 4, 5, you probably can stay. Now I live in a zone 5 section of my town. I live from my house to Siesta Beach is a good drive, and I'm well inland, probably 10 miles inland at least. So my main concern is not storm surge, which is one of the big killers of in hurricanes. Yeah. It's not the wind, it's not the rain, it's storm surge.
Right.
My concern is not storm surge. My concern is the wind. Is it going to take my roof off? That's what I worry about. The water, the neighborhood I live in is an older neighborhood. It's well established, has excellent drainage. It's been well maintained over the 35, 40 years that it's been in existence. My main concern is I live in a townhouse that's older and it has roof strapping in it up to code. But a good storm is going to take the roof off. And then I'm dead.
Showing television footage of the University of Alabama. As Alabama students are showing a whole huge underground. I don't know where they're at. There must be 500 students jammed into this area.
Are they wearing masks?
Most not.
God damn. All right, I got to go on that one, late. Ethan just come down here. He said, "Hey man, supper's done." He said, when we get done, we got to play some video games, and I got to help him do some homework. But damn. So they say, "Are you wearing masks?" Anyway,
somebody had to be that guy, Jesse.
I know, buddy. I'm glad you had a good birthday yesterday. I'm glad you texted me back, man. I thought about you. I said, "Oh shit, it's Shaleen's birthday." I said, "Let me send him a text right quick."
Well, I got your text, man. I appreciate it. And you know what, Jesse? I love that video you put up of your daughter. Anyone in the comments section, you go to his channel right now. Well, as soon as I sign off. And watch that video. And if you don't get a tear in your eye or a lump in your throat, you are dead. You have no soul, and you need to go to church or temple.
I appreciate it, man. Hell, after the Slob Olympics, man, my subs went up like 40. I was like, and then I started getting all these comments, and I started communicating with people. There's a lot of people that lives around me within 30, 40 miles, and I'm like, holy shit. And then so I'm thinking about doing a little meet and greet up here in Athens, maybe here in the next couple months, man, and inviting all these people and filming
barbecue.
It too, maybe meeting at the varsity or something in Athens, Yeah. Or hell, I'll just invite them to my damn house. I don't care. So hey, shit, come on down to the house, or whatever. But yeah, man, it was a lot of people asked me, and about stuff, and we got to talking and all that, and come to find out, man, believe it or not, you would be amazed at the people you talk to and how much you got in common with people. It's crazy. It's unreal, man.
Hey, Jesse, Michael Hogg is asking for your YouTube page. What is it?
It's just my name.
Yeah, just search Jesse J.
There you go, Mike.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, hell, I've talked to Big Dog Brent a couple times. Hell, I've talked to Law Tide. I mean, hell, I already know everybody anyways, and we've met, before, and a couple people and all that stuff. But hell, I got so damn many contacts and shit, and talking to people, man. It's been, dude. I'm telling you what, man. What happened 2 weeks ago was awesome. With the COVID shit going on and people staying at home. I mean, it was great. I mean, what happened 2 weeks ago probably was the best thing that could have happened to a lot of people, man. I mean, we got to meet, hang out. When I saw you in that hotel, and I said, "Raj Pops," and you come up to me and give me the biggest ass hug I've ever had. And I said, "What the fuck you doing, man?" You give me a hug, and we hung out, and it was great to meet you, man. And I felt like you know, like I felt like I'd known you my whole life, you know, and everybody that I met was the same way. And like I
Kevin,
told
go ahead and put that link in the description. Put the link to Jesse's in the comment section if you can. Do that.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. And hell, even like I said, when me and BVD was out there, you know, smoked a cigarette on that light when we was eating supper or whatever on that last night. I mean, hell, I walked into whatever that fucking play was it Ruth Chris or whatever. Hell, I went out there and got me 3 or 4 beers, and hell, I came out there and I was just shooting the shit with everybody. I just basically quit fucking competing because hell, I was having such a good time talking to everybody, man. It was awesome, dude. I had a fucking blast.
It was the best weekend I had in a long time. And I was meeting Jesse.
When I got home Sunday, my wife was like, when I walked in the door after I dropped Kevin off and I came home and I came in there and I dropped my bag and everything, my wife was watching the videos and I got home and my wife looked at me and she says, "You look like you've had a good weekend." I said, "Babe, I've had the best weekend I've had years." And she says, you needed that. She says, "You absolutely needed that." And she says, "That's why, you know, I let you do your thing." And, you know, it was awesome, man. I had a fucking blast. I ain't gonna lie.
Kevin, Dog Fan for Life, just put the link to Jesse's channel there in the comment.
Yeah,
Kevin, put your own link in there. Well, go ahead and grow your channel a little bit. Everyone sub
Kevin's
up
got one
to
too, man. Yeah, I mean, Kevin, man. Me and him only live 5 minutes from one another. Hell, we hang out all the time. That dude's a good dude, man. Kevin's a stand-up dude. I gave him the nickname Coke Zero because the goddamn every time we go somewhere, he says, "You got any Coke Zero?" And they say no, and it just damn melts his butter. You know what I'm saying? It just pisses him off.
Anyway, I'm gonna wrap my stream up because I gotta go. I gotta start putting dinner together. So
yeah. Ethan's got to do a project on the Oregon Trail, and he's got like a shoebox. He's got to build a cannon, and we got some rocks out of the yard. I got some moss and stuff, and he wants to do a grill. It's not really an assignment; it's extra credit. So I said, "Well, Rod, son," I said, "Well, we'll do it." So I told him, I said, "After we eat supper," I said, "I'll help you." So
have fun with that. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, so I figured I'd help him with that. And I got some old wood stuff out here, and I got some old wheels off a model car and stuff like that, some old glue and stuff. So I guess we're gonna be working on the Oregon Trail project for a little while.
Well, have fun with it.
Oh shit, yeah, man, it's good times. That's times you ain't gonna get back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I you know me. Every Wednesday, you know my schedule. Hell, I'm home every day by about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I'll come on in here and help you out and watch you or whatever. But dude, I'm telling you, man, people that see Saleen on these streams and what he talks about, and all, the dude is a stand-up. The dude's awesome as a motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, man, that dude right there, man, can call me tomorrow and say, "Jesse, I need some help." I'm there for him. I love that dude.
You're gonna make me blush, man. Come on, man.
No, dude, to me, you're a stand-up individual, man. I mean, I meet people and I talk to people, but dude, that was just awesome talking with you and standing there, and me and you shoot the shit all weekend, and we hung out or whatever, and shit, man, it was awesome as hell, man. I mean, like I met some real good people, man. I'm just
glad you could understand my accent.
Shit, it don't bother me, man. Like I said, hell, I drive a truck, man. Shit, I met people all over the damn United States, man. I mean, shit. But hell, when people meet me, they know I'm from the South. I mean, they're like, "All right, where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Georgia."
But good people, sir. You are good people.
Well,
you're a stand-up guy yourself.
I mean, I said, a lot of people, want to get here and talk shit or whatever, but you good people, man. And I fucking had a great time meeting you, man. And hell, like I said, when I met you, dude, I felt like I knowed you my whole damn life. It was great, man. So I'm hoping like hell, man, we can do it again. And next time, I told my wife, I was like, if we find a couple weeks where we can get the fuck away, I said, we're going down to fucking Dane in Florida. I said, we're going to pack our damn pop-up camper. And I said, we're going down to Florida for a few weeks,
Come on.
So Yeah, we'll get that. Well, I'll get with you, man. And hell, I'll come on down there and see you, man. How you drove all the way up here? At least it's the least I can do is come on down there and see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's an easy drive, boring drive, but it's an easy drive.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's boring as hell, but yeah, it ain't that bad. But all right,
No,
man.
ain't that bad.
Yeah, I'll let y'all get back at it. Like I said, we was digging out here in the yard a few minutes, guys. But yeah, Raj people, and I love everybody in here. And hey, man, like I said, I ain't never met a stranger, and I guess I'll holler at y'all later. Saleen, y'all have a good evening. J Dub, good to holler at you, buddy, and we'll holler at y'all later. We'll see y'all sometime.
All right. See you.
See you.
J-Dub, I got to go. So thank you for stopping by, man. And thanks for the update on the weather. I'm sure a lot of people here appreciate it.
Yeah, it's I'm watching it, and just there now it'll be BVD and D4s and chesses. It's going to be Southeast Tennessee and Northwest Georgia's turn in a couple hours. So keep all those folks in your thoughts.
Okay, if you're in that area, hunker down.
All right, hey, I'm stepping out. Thanks. Take care. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, sir. You have a good evening. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I got cooking to do. So thank you all for coming again. You know, another Wednesday afternoon with SaleenDriver. Appreciate it. If you are in Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, hell, I don't know, maybe even parts of North Florida might be affected. So be careful out there. Looks like it's bad. As bad as I've seen it. I saw it pretty bad. So yeah, Michael Hogg, yeah, if you're on Facebook, you can try and PM me on Messenger. I use my real name on Facebook. It's Dane Bash. Last name spelled Basch. If anyone is on Facebook and they want to find me, they can search on there and PM me and whatever. Just make sure if your ID on Facebook is different than the ID you use in the comments section, just make sure you say, hey, this is Michael Hogg from the comments section on your channel or from Lou's channel or whatever. And Michael Hogg just sent me a friend request. Okay, I'll answer that as soon as I get off of here. But that's a good way to get a hold of me is on Facebook. I mean, I'm on Facebook way too much. Anyway, be careful out there, guys. It looks like it's pretty gnarly out there, if I may use that term incorrectly. Just be safe. Don't die. The world is generally better with you than without you. So be careful. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the support. Thanks to Jesse and J-Dub and Pizza Woman was here, and Slim Shady Canes was here, and Wilkie, and JoJo, and Kevin, and Shannon, and thank you to Salida and Georgia Forever for the PayPal donations. I appreciate it. 32 thumbs ups and 15 thumbs down. So thank you for all the thumbs ups. Thank you to the trolls for all the thumbs downs. It doesn't matter if you thumbs up or thumbs down. It's all good. Especially the trolls. If I'm pissing you off, then I must be doing it right. And remember this. And I will see you guys on the next stream next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all again.